We got Sword versus Slash going into the finals. Could not have picked better names for the finals here. But Sword is actually going to be coming out with the Succession. And we know the Succession, you know, it's not the most popular style, especially in the 1v1. But Sword has been putting in work with it.
And Sword taking out Schneider earlier last week in the semifinals. Slash taking out Mikumi. And funny thing enough is that the players, they're both named Slash. It's just one is their character name and the other is their family name. So we have two Slashes. And I also believe they're both guildmates. So this is going to be a really interesting fight to watch. We have Succession versus Awakening, Slash versus Slash. You know, guildmates fighting here. And so when it comes... Oh, Armin, do you want to say something?
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay, so when it comes to that Succession versus Awakening, we all know, we've seen all the montages out there. Awakening is that flashy, stylish, heavy animation cancel class, but Succession, on the other hand, we don't really think too highly of him, but we've seen one make it all the way to the final, so what is up with that?
I mean, Sword, he's just been putting on a clinic with the Succession. You know, it's definitely, like you said, it's not as flashy, but he's going to come out here with it. And he was putting in some impressive combos last week, so I'm looking to see more of the same. But Slash, definitely not a slouch.
All right, let's see the very first round of this EU Finals for Warrior. This is going to be a fight to watch. Succession versus Awakening. Let's jump right in.
Don't worry, if I wanted to say something, I'll get loud. And alrighty, Sword versus Slash, Warrior versus Warrior, Block versus Block, starting up here, and you can see the block starting out in the mid. Both players going to be holding him on the back end there. You have to be careful, however, holding those out. And you see why. Sword versus straight out the mid. Slash is caught out of it, though. Obviously, most Warriors do not run that Solar Flare bond. It is a little weaker on the back end, and most people do run that balance strike immediately out there. Try to go for the shield charge, no connection, pushing forward, trying to put that forward aggression. Sword playing on the backside is only going to be on that Suck Warrior, so he is going to have that kiting, you know, kind of potential here. You see the Slashes coming out, waiting here, has to be careful. Waiting, and both players got to be in that Q-block. It's kind of a trade of who goes for the Solar Flare first, and he gets the grab off the back end of that. He's going to go for the combo, but unfortunately ends up dropping it, and now on the ground, Gravedigging, he's going to go for the float there. Didn't manage to get it, and this is just a wake up. Slash is going to end up kiting out there, saying, I'm not dealing with this. He's going to pop his E-buff behind the wall. The last time we saw this, both players are actually going to be trading E-buffs here. Solar Flare is not going to get a connection there. Spear on the back toss. Slash, sorry, yeah, Slash, dude, the names. Sword backing up here, getting some space, going to try buying some time. Slash still putting that forward aggression. It looks like he wants to buy some space away from that Awakening Warrior E-buff. Gets a Spear CC, but doesn't get the follow-up there. Goes for the grab. Both players ends up missing it. Slash turning his, Sword turning his. No connection. Gravedigging is going to have his Q-block in the middle of that, so no slow. Actually tries hiding away. Gets the Solar Flare behind the frontal guard. They're forced to V now. And Sword now into space, comes out of V, no connection for Slash, immediately around the corner, went for the CC, gets grabbed out of it, tries to go for the second, but once again dropping it, the stylish combo, you're not going to work with that, and Sword almost dying to the zone, down to 5%, almost hit the Spear, holding the Q-block here. Slash, super wary here, in that close corner, goes for the shield charge, no connection, backing up here on the backside, goes for the overwhelm, Gravedigging going to drop that slow, Slashing gets the damage, 1% onto Sword, Sword running away, trying to buy some time, kiting, holding in the mid here. Goes for the Spear, no connection on the backside. Shield charge still doesn't get it. Solar Flare has the option available if he wants to go for it. Q-block in the mid. The magnet hands come in. Slash on the ground. Is he going to get the combo this time? Bandages to get it finally after 3 attempts. Forced to V, and is going to be coming out of the zone here. Zreezy, the classic, comes out. Shield charge, try to get the V off. No stiffen connection. Waiting here in the mid now. Small zone here. Solar Flare, option potential. Goes for the connection. No connection there. Shield charge going to be guiding out of the zone. You have to be careful, man. Final 30 seconds. Baits the grab. A clean iframe to the side. Secondary follow-up. Gets the kick up, but no, gets a stiffen. Didn't manage to get the float, and now needs to try and buy some space here. Slash in the middle there. Goes for the Solar Flare. Doesn't get the connection. Cancel out Spear. Immediate in the mid side. Gets that buff off. Holding Q-block, still needs to be careful of that Spear connection. Immediate Solar Flare in the mid there. Try to go for the shield charge, doesn't manage to get it. Goes for the forward thrust, didn't manage to get that. Gets the stiffen off. Sword's taking some damage there. Slashing 12%, the AoE 5%, and finally finishes it out on the final second. Slash, a great turnout, and man, I lost my voice.
So much back and forth there from Sword and Slash, both phenomenal players. We saw the aggression coming out of Slash with the Awakening. You know, the bit of a flashier kit does have some more tools to engage. And we saw the slashing damage coming through time and time again, hitting so hard. Sword actually doing such a great job. We haven't seen many players kite into the fog that deep during the last circle. Sword doing a great job to buy some room, but Slash punishing there. at the end with the spear and following up with their bomb for the kill.
To me, it actually seems like Succession Nova, Succession Warrior, has like tools to answer some of these engages from that Awakening. We saw like straight out of the gate that Solar Flare just got immediately punished by, I'm not sure what it was. It looked like a knockback to me, might have been charging thrust. But the Succession Warrior is actually able to like fight back pretty cleanly against the Awakening. And what do you think, like why do you think that is like potentially here?
I mean, overall, the movement out of Succession is still really good as they have Solar Flare as well in their kit. It's one of the skills that transitions over. And then on top of that, I mean, Sword just doing a great job overall with his positioning as well.
Yeah, maybe Succession might not be so bad for all those 1v1s, so Warriors out there, maybe give him a try. Let's pull up that replay and check it out again because Sword kiting heavily into that Dark Fog.
You can see right here, man, he ran into the Dark Fog a lot there. Right here, Shield Charge comes out, goes for that forward thrust, didn't get the connection. Waiting on the backside there, is going to be holding the Q block, ate the Grave Digging, and the slashing, man, the range. And on the backside, the spear came in and got the stiffen on the final hit there. As he was in that shield charge, you know, it is kind of like a frontal guard, so gets caught out of it. And I mean, the final damage came in on the last tip.
All right, round 2 is about to begin. That was an intense first fight for that EU finals for Warrior. Let's jump back into that arena and see who's going to take this next round. Sword is down one loss right now. Let's hop back into the arena.
And now second round starting up here. Man, I need some space for my voice. Alrighty, spear straight in the mid here. You have to buy some time and waiting here. Again, we saw, you know, the block versus block, they kind of, it's hilarious with that Succession where you kind of hold that mid space, and it's such a bait game between, hey, who's going to go for the grab first? Am I going to bait it out? Am I going to get my connection? And it's so, you know, a lot like Kuno and, you know, Ninja. It's super volatile in that close range. And you see him on the back foot here now. Both players take that midfield, spear again. Still just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, both players just showing so much respect. Like Lemuria said earlier,
And there
they
it
are
is.
guilty.
Oh, Solar Flare didn't get the grab up with a shield charge punish onto Slash's grab. That's what I'm talking about. And on the ground, man, these Suck Warrior combos are stylish for sure. Backing up here, still waiting. Shield charge didn't get that forward thrust. And there's Slash's E-buff. Slash now is going to be putting some forward aggression. Sword not recognizing. No, ends up reading it. So he's going to be trying to buy some time here for the next 30 seconds. When you see an Awakening Warrior E-buff, they're going to be hot on your tail. And now backing up here, Sword's going to trade his own E-buff back. Shield charge, went for the ground smash, canceled out on the last tick. It's going to fully Q block the enemy shield charge there. Now waiting. Spear toss, no connection. And even though they do have that magnet ham, once that grab is burned, they're just going to be facing each other there. Slash trying to go for the grab. Unfortunately, no connection. Sword now with the advantage here in the mid here. Goes for the ground smash behind the frontal. No connection. Slash going to burn his eye frame. Trying to go for the, Solar Flare overwhelm. Didn't manage to connect it. Waiting here. Baits it out, gets the shield charge behind, and now Grave Digging gets a secondary. Overwhelm on the ground, doesn't go for the slashing. No, ends up a little bit of a scuff combo there. Potentially CD's low, but most players are going to be able to finish that out. Nerves kicking in there for Slash a little bit, and now Sword, you have to be careful. Oh my god, baits off the zone. Immediately Solar Flare in, gets the stiffen, secondary bound on the ground. Ground smash is going to back up now. Man, that was, this guy is styling on him a little bit. But unfortunately, when you're styling on someone, you got to be winning the rounds. And Slash forced to be there, actually. Sword doing a great job this round, turning it around for sure. And now, no V available. Sword immediately, both players finding out the zone here. Definitely more aggression compared to last time. Shield charge on the backside, goes for the grab. Super off target, unfortunately. Shield charge trying to get behind the frontal punish of Slash there. And now Sword running back in here, waiting, trying to bait him a little to the corners there. Playing around, and even though, you know, that zone tick is in there, you still can't play outside the field a little bit. Now waiting, gets the grab off. No V available. The final one's going to be coming in. But oh no, ends up dropping it. Slash actually has the opportunity to clutch it out here. 15 seconds left on the clock. Goes out on the sides. Sword actually might play just for HP timers here. He definitely has the option. Waiting around. Shield charge back in. Playing for the slashes is going to be lingering that SA. Holding that Q block. Went for the Soul for no connection. Now Slash in the mid there. Gets his stiffen. Finally puts the V. But it's not going to be enough. Sword wins off the HP timers. Man. Dude, that Suck Warrior movement's clean.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I think in this tournament, and maybe ever, that I've seen a Warrior move like that in Succession.
Yeah.
It's looking so good, and I love the use of the entire arena. Even as the fog is closing in, Sword is still choosing to go out there, you know, kite out, kite back in, and he even baited Slash out into the fog at one point and caught him out there with the grab.
I think that's the first timeout we've seen in all the entire Warrior tournament.
From the Warrior,
yeah.
I was scared at one point. He was trying to bait Slash to come. He's like, hey, come out here into this dark fog. And I was scared like Slash would get like stiffed or something in that dark fog and they would just get taken out. Because from what I was seeing, Sword, maybe, I'm not sure if it's the combos, but he doesn't seem to have quite enough damage. So I'm not sure if that's a Succession Warrior kind of thing where their like best case scenario combo just isn't quite enough to take down a Warrior. Warrior is kind of burly, kind of beefy, but like the movement that we saw from the Succession Warrior, at times it kind of looked a little clumsy. He's just like strutting up to his guildmate saying hello there, you know, trying to like do that. At one point just like ground warring right in front of his face, and I wasn't sure what was happening, but the movement like is actually crazy from Succession Warrior. But for Slash, you know, he was kind of just getting like tricked at some point like into that dark fog. So anything he might need to try to like change up for next round?
I mean, there was so much back and forth. I feel like they continue to play their game. I would like to see Slash maybe play a little bit more aggressive and then just not fall for those baits that Sword is throwing out.
All right, let's hop back into that arena. Round 3 of this EU Warrior Grand Finals is underway. Let's jump back in.
And both these players here are in that, you know, that same gear bracket. You know, they're not going to be running into too many problems. Starting out here, immediately Solarflare doesn't get the connection, gets shield charge behind, and he's gonna get the combo here, and you can see the combo. He definitely gets it off, and actually did way more damage there. Wow, burning down to 58%, so we got the full proper combo off. Got immediately out of the V, shield charge gets the Stiffen. This might be a faster round than the last one, and gets the grab off the standing wake up. Sword finishing it out that time. Definitely a lot faster than what we saw before.
Yeah, Sword coming out the gate, he's not playing anymore. He's not playing. He took that round very, very seriously. Incredibly fast punish right out the gate and just so much more damage. Maybe some air attack coming through there, but that looked really clean.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Warrior is really known for his air attacks.
Yeah.
It was about 2 combos, but like that first one brought him down to like 30%. Let's pull up the replay and check it out because that was just some insane damage from Sword there, and Slash is getting punished over and over.
And you can see right here, got the grab off on the first Stiffen. On the ground, combo comes out. He got the secondary float there and forced the V now. He's gonna follow him out here. Reading, comes out, shield charge, gets the Stiffen, spinning Slash, heavy strikes. The final combo is gonna be coming in and actually ends up getting up here. And I think Slash made a heavy mistake of, unfortunately, rather than solar flaying or trying to get out, held the Q block in front of him, and the grab punish is going to come in right there. So, I mean, he's showing up this time.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Slash wanted to stick around and get a bit of a wake-up grab, possibly, but Sword instantly punishing it as soon as he got up, and he takes that round. I mean, really, really clean out of Sword.
We are 1 win away from seeing a Succession Warrior take home that first place. Let's start the next round. It's match point for Sword. Slash has got to turn things around. Let's jump back into that arena.
Off meta indeed, still showing out already. Early spear in the mid. Either player popping that E-buff. We've seen Slash so far popping on the backside, and again, if Sword does end up winning this, he will be taking a Suck Warrior title. Slash, you need to turn around for the Awakening Warriors, man. Shield charge in the mid here. Spear toss doesn't manage to get the connection. Holding the midfield now. Trying to put some forward aggression onto Sword here. Sword backing up a little bit. Trying to go for the Sword Flare behind the frontal guard there. Didn't manage to get a connection. And now Slash again pushing forward, putting that forward aggression. Ooh, no, trying to bait a grab there. Slash backing up off the back of him. He's going to pop his E-buff. Sword recognizing him now. Play for that kite. But you're not going to be able to kite away on the ground. And immediately V didn't risk it. Slash going to be listening in here. A little too slow. Solarflare didn't manage to get the connection on the backside there, but still going to put that early aggression. 10 seconds left on his E-buff, trying to chase forward. Went for the grab from the Reawakening. Now no grab available. Grave Digging immediately cancels out. Doesn't manage to get the slow. Sword on the backside is going to pop his E-buff now. So Slash needs to be careful. Recognize it potentially. Backing up still. Went for the slow. Still doesn't manage to get it. Shield charge. Spirit toss comes out. Didn't get the Stiffen off there, but immediately goes forward. Grab on the ground. Novi available. Trying to go for the secondary, but got up so fast. Sword immediately up there. Pulverize on the sound. Wow, just walking up with Q blocks right in front of him. Taunting a little bit and gets the grab off the follow-up. Secondary on the ground. Got the Stiffen. Finally gets a float off of the combo off the back of this. Is going to be super scuffed, unfortunately. Both these players are in the same gear bracket, so they definitely can combo each other out. The Succession Warrior, the combos are rough, and you definitely do lack a little bit of damage compared to Awakening here. Playing outside that zone, not afraid to take a little bit of HP take, pushing forward here. Key block in the middle, Slash is holding off, does not want to go too aggressive, and gets the Stiffen, off the back end of that. Force on the ground, BSR final hits, 10%, burning him down. Has to be careful. Sorry, Solar Flare there. Now waiting back, chopping kick. Ooh, trying to turn around with the iframe grab. They didn't manage to get behind just in time. The Spirit Toss gets the secondary KB off that, but didn't manage to get the follow-up. And now Slash gonna get the combo off the grab. They're Gravedigging, got the slow here, so Sword slowed now. It's not gonna be able to do too much. Solar Flare is gonna get the grab off, force the V outside the zone. This is such a back and forth, a slugfest. Neither player now having V available. Oh no, Slash actually is going to be being out of the zone, taking a lot of damage here. Gets Stiffen out of the zone from the Spirit Toss. Sword doesn't go for the follow-up with the Solar Flare, unfortunately, there. And now waiting here, opposite sides. Going with Q-Blocks. This is so tense, and then you need to react faster. And unfortunately, gets grabbed, CC'd there. Secondary tried to go for the follow-up. Sword forced to back up here. Is going to be running out of the zone, not afraid to buy some time. Chopping kick, gets caught out of it. Unfortunately, that's going to be outside the zone. All he needs is a follow-up, and the float's going to be enough, tying it up 2-2. A little bit of a bad spot to get caught in, unfortunately.
Yeah, so much back and forth. We've seen Sword go outside the fog so many times, and finally here in the 4th round, he is actually punished for it. You know, Slash doing a great job of staying on him almost that entire round, giving him no room to breathe, and does get that final grab in the zone, and you're not going to live that. Taking the damage from the Awakened Warrior on top of the Dark Fog, it's going to be too much.
Sword is probably the cheekiest warrior I've ever seen. Like, he's just walking up to Slash, and just like they're just touching shields, you know. And like I don't know what's going on. Sword again, like he got punished for like his own kind of strategy here. He got punished in that Dark Fog himself, and again, that damage from the Succession Warrior doesn't quite seem to be there. Like I've seen him use this combo using, I think it might be counter. But he's just getting another like stiffness CC. I'm not seeing any like down CCs like floats or bounce coming from that Succession Warrior, and that's costing him maybe some damage here, like not being able to get those down attacks. But we're tied 2-2 apiece, and let's pull up that replay and check out how Sword got punished in that Dark Fog, because Slash using Sword's strategy against him.
And you can see right here, Q-Block, both his players just holding, you know, kind of that, you know, tense position. Unfortunately, didn't react fast enough, Slash right there, but got up fast enough. Sword, the combo he's going for is so unconventional in a way. You know, he gets that buff and tries to go for the secondary kick, but doesn't manage to get it. And now backing up here, try to buy some time, chopping kick, held a Q-Block in front of him. Slash recognizing it, gets the magnet, hands off. Secondary stiffen, gets the flow follow-up, and it's going to be enough. Great stuff coming out from Slash with the combos. And I think, honestly, you know, he's got the movement down on Slug Warrior. A lot of it just needs to come out. He needs to pump out more damage. If he gets that off, he's got the catches. He's got everything. You know, kind of a toss back to Marlon. We saw Moreland, sorry. He got the catches, but the damage wasn't there, and you see it kind of a mirror here as well.
Yeah, and Moreland's combo is also a little bit different. It was like a Scars of Dusk kind of to finish things off. But I don't think we've even seen that skill maybe once this fight. But the final round of the EU Warrior Grand Finals is about to start. We're tied 2-2 apiece. Succession versus Awakening. Let's hop back into the arena and see who's going to take home that first place prize.
And alrighty, final match starting up here. So great to see, you know, these long sets and these tense fights, and already 10 seconds of the round, Sword's gonna be, dude, Slash doesn't care, man. He's holding that Q block, and he knows he can get the bait off. And now, waiting here immediately, Solar Flare goes with the shield charge, doesn't manage to get the stiffen, holding up here, gets the grab off. Sword's gonna get that first connection here, finally got the secondary flow, and Dramedy pipe bomb.
Wait,
oh my god!
What?
Talking about damage, it came in. I guess that's the combo he's been looking for. From 50 to 0, he burned him out. Sword's gonna be your winner for the Warrior Tourney Succession. It came out. Dude, he probably got caught off guard, man.
We were just talking about Scars of Dusk.
Yeah.
Maybe this was his secret weapon all along, saving that Scars. It's like, you know, like this is my final, like hidden technique. Like you don't expect this damage. I'm just, you're you know, like maybe Slash was getting kind of comfortable getting CC'd because he just never saw that damage. And that Scars of Dusk right at the end, they're just deleting him. Might have been other stuff too, but let's pull up that replay. That was the most disgusting damage I've ever seen from a Succession Warrior. Wow. Vert, before we hop into that replay, anything you want to add?
I mean, I think you unlocked the combo for him.
Yeah, you unlocked the combo for
What
him.
if he had it locked and forgot?
Oh my god. Well, both these players are guildmates, so I'm sure they were having some fun with each other. And starting out here, Bren's out, Solar Flare backs up a little bit, Spear Toss comes out, gets the grab on the secondary follow-up. Final Slashes, gets the secondary float. Finally on the backhand, the Scars. Oh Oh my god! The ground smash finished up, and he was KD. Keep that in mind.
Right.
So he wasn't able to V. That's a big reason for why he stayed there. So it wasn't technically like, oh, you know, he threw or something. He just couldn't V.
Yeah, and I think that's the combo that Sword was going for the entire time, but he wasn't able to capitalize a lot of the time. You know, we saw the stiff come through, but not necessarily the KD.
Yeah, and then also in Arena, you aren't able to use your Alchemy Stone and other buffs like that, so players have to kind of adjust their combos on the fly as well. But
oh, that might be a big reason for why he was dropping them. He wasn't
Exactly.
used to his attack speed for the secondary follow-up. Yeah.
well, Sword, you're a gangster, man. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
well played by both Warriors. That was the most intense Warrior match I've ever seen. And congrats to both players, the Shield Bros from End. That does conclude it for the EU Grand Finals.